Welcome back to Learn and Earn. This is Excel Daily Dose, day 10, uh, a function called AND function. Now that you have already completed the basic level and you already know some of the concepts in advanced functions, so you have fair idea on what if, how to work with if, sum if, count if, sum ifs, etc. Going back to if, you can only check one condition in if. However, imagine situation you got to check multiple conditions. How do we do? Yes, we can use something called nested if, which is a little complicated. But before we speak about nested if, I would like to introduce you all logic functions, which is AND function. This helps us to check multiple conditions, right? So myself, Dayanand, with the Learn and Earn YouTube channel, let's begin with the tutorial. So before I get into what AND function and how do I use for today's example, let me give you a basic information on how AND works. Now, do you remember going back to your high school or your university course where physics or electronics, if you studied, you should be very much familiar with something called logic gates, AND gate, OR gate. So this is what we speak is only AND gate here. What AND gate is, say a condition number one, say condition number one and condition number two. If both the condition fails, let's say 0 is a fail, 1 is a pass. If both the conditions fail, the answer will also be false. Like first condition false, second condition false, so the answer will also be false. One condition is false, other condition is true, but still the condition going to be false. And say first condition is true, another condition is false, again answer going to be false. And imagine both the conditions are true, then only the output or the answer will be true. What does it say? If all the conditions satisfy, if all the comparison or logic test you do satisfy, then the answer will be triggered as true. Otherwise, it is false. Even one condition fails, it is false. I know if I explain you the logic, you may not understand. Let me show you with an example. Okay. So idea is to check multiple condition, not just one condition, multiple conditions. Okay. Now look at a candidate evaluation. Say somebody gives an interview and there are scores written down, and we would like to do evaluation with the help of our formula. Candidate evaluation, the minimum score, these are all the test rounds: aptitude, logical reasoning, writing, and spoken English uh, rounds. And minimum passing points should be 7. Minimum passing points. So for a candidate to be passed, to pass an interview, he must score 7 in all the all the rounds. Even if he fails in one single round, he is not clearing the interview. All right. Let me demonstrate it with the help of how do we achieve this with help of AND. So syntax very simple: AND logical 1, logical 2, logical 3, and so on. A logical one, nothing but the condition itself. Which condition? You can use all the mathematical operator: is equal to, less than, greater than, or not equal to, etc. Now this cell, the value is should be 7 or more. Okay, is this, so greater than 6 will be always 7 or more than 7. So I'm going to use is this greater than 6, condition 1 over, comma, second condition, is this greater than 6, third condition greater than 6, and comma, the fourth condition greater than 6. Close it. That's it. Very, very simple and simple syntax, simple formula. Expected answer result says false because the candidate has scored only 6 marks in logical reasoning. Rest all he has passed, but one of them he failed. Suppose if he was to get 6 or suppose if he was to get 7 or 8 here, he's passing the exam or passing the interview. Okay. Now this is true. Keeping this true, we can go ahead and construct with the help of if condition. With the help of if, how do I use if is this? if I'm just wrapping the entire condition in the logical test. Okay, the entire AND function, leaving comma. If value is true, I'll say pass. I don't want to show a true false, which is not making much sense to us. So we call it as pass. If value is false, something, but if it is fails, so I'm going to call fail. Saying fail. Okay, and look at this. It says pass, right? If is failing in one subject, it clearly says fail. This is how you can check multiple conditions. I'm checking 4 conditions. Imagine if I was to use something using a nested if, I should have used a minimum of 3 to 4 if conditions and should maintain the false statement clearly. So we will learn nested if also in the next tutorial, but for now all you got to know is if, all you got to know is an AND function and how do I use AND function along with if function, and how do I evaluate so many conditions. And there is no limit, and this is not a case sensitive. If you're texting with the, if you're testing AND condition with the text value, it can work with uppercase or lowercase, doesn't matter. Okay, so that's it for today. So AND function, the day 10. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos.